Good evening, everybody. I gotta do the intro proper. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome once again to Sofa Justice Warriors Live. As always, I am Joe. Here we are. At a hellacious day at work. It was my first day at a new venue. A large part of my job before was driving to different venues in a company van. And after getting in a giant car wreck, as was discussed on yesterday's show, I asked to be moved to a job with no driving. For obvious reasons. And they had one for me, thankfully, and I was in large enough demand that even just 3 weeks into this job, they were willing to accommodate. Which made me feel pretty good, honestly. Made me feel like, I want to joke. I want to clarify that I'm joking. If it says it makes me feel like I've got them fooled. But that's just because I have huge imposter syndrome. I'm immensely qualified for my job. I've done everything, leading up to this to train me since I was 19 years old. Of course I'm qualified for this job. I just walk around like most people who are good at things walk around feeling like they're not. And most people who are bad at things walk around feeling like they're the best at everything. And I think that's one of the reasons good people stay good, is that they're always striving to be better. They don't think they've got it all handled. That's my opinion. Anyway, I'm late, obviously. Said I was going to be yesterday. Contemplated not doing a show. Doing a show with my fly undone at the very beginning. Classy. We're not going to do a full show, and we're going to be late because it's 8:30, which means it's 11:30 on the East Coast. And for some reason, I don't have my Twitch chat. So I don't anticipate this being a very populous stream. Which is fine. But I promised you one, and here I am. On my 14th hour of work today. Of course, this work is sitting around playing video games, and who doesn't love that? Still work. It's a fun job, but it's still a job. But in the absence of an audience to interact with, it does not bear much difference from leisure time. Aside from obligation. First and foremost. I don't know that I have a lot to say, so this will be a very... Depending on what I can come up with, we'll see what happens. Of course the controller isn't working. Why would the controller work? Surely you jest. Off to a good start. Hats and cats, and other folk. Oh, mousing from across the room is just not easy. Okay, well, Windows recognizes the controller. Why is this not? Really? Nope, not what I wanted. Okay, that's all looking fine. Why... Are you gonna work now? Oh, okay. I guess I'm in. Not sure what the problem was. I always like this. It's a groove. It's a good groove. Took me many, many years to realize you get way more points for punching in this game than for kicking. And that you can get stronger beat-em-up moves as your hearts increase, your level. You just spend the first few levels punching. Then you get that sweet, sweet hair pull kick. I'm not going to be around long. I'm going to beat up some guys until I lose, and then that'll be today's stream. Nope. Never did master this. There are people... Ow. Super don't want that one. There we go. We're on 2 already. I think that gives me the uppercut punch. Yes, it does. No, I didn't want to do that, but... This is a good level 1-1. Establishes the game pretty well. I do have a topic! This game is classic damseling. What do we get? We get a woman brutalized. We get a woman violently punched out and dragged away. And your motivation is nothing more... Your motivation as a player is nothing more than people beat up my girlfriend, took her. Go stop people. Which is a problem. Because before anybody starts crapping on that is... What, can you never do that? Can you just never have that happen? And I'd say right now, yeah, of course you can have anything happen. You know, it's just that you're not immune to criticism for doing so. And in this environment right now, largely women are underrepresented in games and are treated very differently than men. I'm going to point to boob armor as a big example of this. Anybody who's watched any of Anita Sarkeesian's Tropes versus Women in Video Games will understand that, yeah, women are treated differently. I don't know why that was a controversy. I think it's just because anytime a woman opens her mouth and has an opinion, everybody has to pile on. You can go up here and completely glitch the game. Right on level 1. Sometimes you do that and it skips you ahead a level. Sometimes you do that and you hard lock the game. So I don't know why that was a big... I do know why it was a big controversy, because a woman opened her mouth. But I still don't understand why. It would be nice if there were enough women in video games treated not like this. This would be fine. It's just that this is mostly what happens. It's this or, you know, boob armor that's just a bikini. For the most part. There are counterexamples, and I encourage you to name them, because they're fantastic. And you know, the other thing is I never understood why people were like, "No, what about blood?" And I'm like, okay, that doesn't make me wrong. You just pointed out an example of somebody doing a good thing. Great! Boy, Bobo is just one tough cookie. And I'm gonna beat him the hard way and not kick him down the conveyor belt. I want that those sweet points. I want that hair pull kick. Yahtzee. But that's the entire story. It's all told wordlessly. Somebody punched out your girlfriend, beat up a lot of people until that's solved. That was bullshit. Okay, I've had enough. I've had enough of this. Can't remember what 4 is. Nope, that's the one. Kinda all I care about. I don't really need to punch anymore. Ding, ding. I should also note that the thing I mentioned, the problem I have with this game, I'm playing it, aren't I? I still think it's a good game. I just think we've come a long way from this. Not as far as I'd like. And yeah, this gives me shit for points, but it's fun to hit cartoons with a baseball bat. It's fine! Entire point of the show. Entire point of the show. Point out the things that are problems. And tell you it's okay to still like a thing. Just recognize those problems. I always thought this was bullshit. You let me get you get me all spoiled like I get a bat. I'm also beating up women, which is interesting. I don't have much to say about it, aside from the fact that it's happening. There's a trick up here when you get to chin. At the top of this jobby. This weird... Okay, this is like a construction site, but there's a weird automatic door at the top for no reason. If you just climb down that ladder, you win. He leaves RAM. It's not a secret, it's a bug, pretty sure. But he leaves RAM, and the game considers him dead. This is where the game gets a little tough, right before it gets really tough. Oof, just straight up blood. Oh, come on. They're ducking my stuffs. There's a really cool thing the music does here in just a second that I always liked. Nope, nope, not yet. One more musical phrase. I don't even know what this heart gives me. There it was. It's a nice wraparound at the end of the song there. I dig it. I'm gonna run out of NES games I know in short order, I think. Because I was scrolling through the list and I'm like, I think I'm done. At least ones that I think would be worth watching streaming. Oh, that was bullshit. I get the headbutt. Oh! One more hit and I'm toast. And my bat's gone for just no reason. I just remembered something. When I was a kid, we assigned, I'm gonna pause it for a second because I need to run upstairs, but we assigned members of our neighborhood double dragon enemies. So these were me. These were little JDs, because that's what I went by as a kid. They do kind of look the most like me, you know, of the nondescript, random people. And we decided that Chin, I think was a guy named Simpson. His sister was, and I'm gonna stop naming names now because I don't want you to dox these people. His sister was a gal, the Linda, and I can't remember the rest of them. I think that the first mooks, I think those were Mike's. So if any of you ever watch this, I remembered. I lied. I don't have to go upstairs yet, but I will soon. Why is that guy not hitting me? I'm not complaining, mind. This is where a Bobo comes crashing out the wall, right? Nope, not yet. Oh yeah, there it is. Ugh. Yep, there it was. Oh man. I don't remember having this much trouble with people ducking my jump kicks when I was a wee nigh nipper. Yeah, they just one-shot you. One hit and you're down. I can never figure out if this guy just had a really weird, like, ventriloquist puppet mouth or if that was a Fu Manchu. Great, I have another heart that I don't know what it does. Ugh. Okay, one down. Nice. Oh, I was a little out of time with that. Oh, right. Stalactites. Fun mnemonic for you. Oh, that... You can remember the difference between a stalactite and a stalagmite because stalactite has C in it for ceiling. I mean, that's not why it's called that, but it's a good way to remember. Wow, just one kick and you go down. Ugh! Like, how am I supposed to avoid that? Go in that one too. Great. Promptly get dynamite to the face, which did surprisingly less damage than getting hit with a stalactite. Why can I not pull your hair? Okay, if I run up to him... There we go. There's just no getting away from that. Well, the mooks! They're taking me out. Sure. Whew. Oh! Holy crap! Holy crap! I'm boned. I think I have one life left. So either this is it for me or I get one more shot. This seems to be working. Let's go with that. Oh, crap! Ah, carp! Nailed it. There's just another one? Fine. No! I never owned this as a kid, I don't think. I borrowed it a few times. So I never got great at it. I got okay. My friend Mike eventually bought it. He could beat it. Just refill my life when I level up like that. Yep, that's it for me. Oh, I gotta fight both of them again? Bogus. I got nobody in chat giving me suggestions on what to talk about, so it's just me beating up a green guy. Who's not the Hulk. But come on. It's the Hulk. The Lou Ferrigno Hulk. Ugh. I don't know why I stopped doing the thing that was working. I was hoping this would be over quicker. So like I said, I'm not going to stream... Can I go in that? Totally can. Sure. Like I said, I'm not going to stream super long because the extended cut of our next episode, our next proper episode of this show... Sure, why not? Our next episode proper of the Sofa Justice Warriors is done. The extended cut is done. And I'm releasing it to the 2 patrons. I have all of 5 patrons. I'm releasing it to the 2 patrons who get the extended cuts and early cuts. And then I'm immediately going to go back in and start cutting out bits and pieces that just are over long. Or that I feel could... Funny thing about editing, it's like sculpting. It's not done until you've removed every piece that can be removed. The problem is, in doing so, you lose some of the really interesting things you wanted to say because they lift right out, you know, because you got to cut for time. You got to keep it tight. And sometimes it's not, you know, cutting out all the rambling bullshit nonsense. I do that before, you know, that first. I do that, you know, right away when I'm in the assembly cut. You know, but then you get down to all the stuff you really want. And you still have to keep cutting. But I don't want to, which is why I have that Patreon level. I don't want that stuff not to exist anywhere, which is why I have that Patreon level for the extended cut. Because it kills me to get rid of all this stuff. And every once in a while somebody's like, you didn't touch on this, and I'm like, I did, but it had to go. I super did. It was in the script, or it was in the discussion, if I'm, we're doing that format for that episode. But sometimes it just has to go. Sometimes you're like, look, there hasn't been a laugh in this long. There hasn't been a revelatory moment. You're just picking apart. You're devoting 3 times as much time to this one topic that's less important than another topic that you spend, less time on. Sometimes they just have to go. That's editing for you. But the extended cut is completely done. Episodes on Get Out, Jordan Peele's awesome horror comedy. It's more just a horror movie that has comedy. It's I'd put it with like Evil Dead or like Cabin in the Woods. I know I just named 2 Cabin in the Woods movies. One a direct reference to the other. Pastiche of that kind of thing. But it's super good. And I wanted to do another glowing episode after, we did just a couple of discussy, talky bits about Soldier and Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat. I haven't done a written show, a video essay show, in a while. I had the divorce, which ate up some time. God, there's a lot of uhs in these live shows. It pains me when I go through these later, because you gotta watch your own stuff. It's hard and it's painful and it's horrible to watch yourself talk, and it's horrible to see your own stupid face, just going off about whatever. But sometimes you just have to watch your own stuff so you know what not to do later. You know what's bad. And I go through these live shows which I can't edit. I just can't. And I say and a lot. I gotta stop doing that. It doesn't actually fill space. People are comfortable with silence. They're totally fine. They're completely comfortable with you not saying anything without you going, It's not like you're an airline pilot and the thing is voice activated, so you have to keep going, we're approaching 25,000 feet. At least I think that's why they do that, because they all do that, or at least they used to. So anyway, did it again. That episode is done. The extended cut is done, and I really want to get that released to everybody tonight, and then I want to get the cut done, the real cut, released to the early subscribers tomorrow. And then, hopefully, the next day, I can release wide, out into the world, and start promoting. Lindsay Ellis, my whole episode, god damn you, Lindsay, is about cultural appropriation. And you just said, she just released a video essay on Pocahontas and Moana. And it's called, you can look for this, it's called Pocahontas Was a Mistake and Here's Why. Just look that up on your YouTube machine. And she is so much better. Okay, look, I have a community college degree in this. She has a master's degree in this. And I'm not being metaphorical. That is literally true. As well as being metaphorically true. As in terms of, I don't want to be down on my own work. I'm growing. I'm getting better. But just watching her give a master class on exactly the same topic the week I was going to release. And I'm sure she did it a lot faster, too. I don't know how these people release their stuff so fast. It takes me weeks of post-production to get an episode out the door. So that's coming. It's coming, and I want to get it done. So tonight's stream, since I had to work late, is going to be cut short. Dell will be with you tomorrow. I'm not sure what he's doing. That reminds me, I got to get him the audio equipment. Yeah, that's it. Short stream tonight. It was a pleasure having you. Hats and cats and other folk. It has been an honor and a privilege. Thank you, everybody. Good night.